You cannot simply think you're fat. Because the internalized to anything.
But my lived experience. But my lived experience. This one's called Fatphobia versus Internalized Fatphobia. So make-believe versus internalized make-believe. What's the difference between fatphobia and internalized fatphobia? I don't think we've ever heard this kind of gunch before. Let's see what we got. Let's finish strong, and then we're going to go into OT.
There is absolutely a difference between fatphobia and internalized fatphobia.
They're both made up, but one's made up internally. Gotcha. All right. Video's over. Oh, wait, there's more.
However, the difference is not simply about projection onto others and projection onto yourself. There is a necessary precondition to experience internalized fatphobia.
Low IQ.
That is that you must already be fat. You cannot simply think you're fat. Because the internalized to anything.
But my lived experience. But my lived experience. Are you telling me? Or wait, are you telling me I have to actually be fat? I can't think I'm fat? Are you telling me that what I think isn't true? Are you telling me what my lived experience is? What about gender? What if I'm two-spirited? That's what I think. Are you telling me that's not valid? You see how this doesn't work? It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. So this in your head isn't true, but that in your head, that is factual, and everyone has to get on their knees and bow to it. Doesn't make sense. It doesn't translate.
Right, whether it be internalized misogyny, internalized racism, or internalized fatphobia, comes as a result of experiencing the harms of fatphobia, and instead of analyzing and identifying the structures that oppress you, you individualize and internalize those experiences of oppression.
You ever hear the phrase, if you can't explain it simply, you have no fucking idea what you're talking about? The reason why this doesn't make sense is because it doesn't make sense. They're trying to apply big words and complicated reasoning and complicated language for something that doesn't fucking exist. Because most people, because it's so incoherent and just, it's literally like a brain fucking salad. It's just garbage. It's garbage. So then most people will just be like, okay, it sounds like it's complicated. You must be right. They're not going to have a retort. They're not going to be like, shut the fuck up. Like literally, shut the fuck up because you're not making any sense.
What is the best move
you know what's
to
simple?
silence a woman?
You know what's simple? Eat quality food, go to the fucking gym, and stay off social media. That's simple, but you don't want to do that. You want to just make it. This is nonsense. Imagine rather than taking care of your health, you are trying to justify staying fat as if it's some sort of like powerful move. Oh my God, it's everyone else. I'm perfect the way I am. No, you're not. Take some responsibility for your poor lifestyle choices. Papa's not buying it.
And then attempt to make yourself into the good fat person who makes themselves small, dresses appropriately, etc. Trying to make yourself thinner even if you fail.
Just fucking go to the gym. Solve the problem. My God. Let's go to the fucking gym.
Some crazy someplace else. We're all stocked up here.
Look, the answer is if you take care of yourself, you don't have these issues. You don't have anything to complain about. You lose your identity. Because if you are this fat thesaurus person, then you have this kind of these victims and people that follow you because you are feeding into their delusion. And they're like, oh, someone's saying what I want to hear. Yeah, I'm not saying what you want to hear. I'm saying what you need to hear. If you don't want to listen, that's fine. It doesn't make it any less true. It doesn't make it any less, a foundation of our reality. If you don't want to play in this reality realm, like if you don't want to be on this planet, it's okay. You don't have a choice. You're staying on this planet. Just because you don't want to believe in this reality doesn't make it any less real. So if she actually takes care of her health, then she wouldn't be fat. Then she wouldn't be miserable, perhaps. She would lose her following. She had nothing to complain about. So the problem with this kind of mindset is that it perpetuates people. It gives people this kind of fake shield in order to not change. So it takes people and it keeps people from their responsibility, allows them to just bitch and moan and try to leverage power that way and love and attention instead of changing. Because guess what? Changing would solve it. changing would make them more like everyone else, and they would lose any kind of value in this world because they don't have any value. They're not providing anything. They don't have any self-love, honestly. They don't care about anything. They don't care about reality. They don't want to be a part of society. They want to tear it down. So when you're trying to tear apart language, when you're trying to break apart just 2 + 2 = 4, what you're just doing is you're just undermining reality. You're undermining society. You're undermining any sort of social structure that we have in order to, I don't know, play make-believe that you have some sort of virtuous, I don't know, position. It's silly. Go to the fucking gym. It's that simple. But we don't want simple. We want complicated. It's your internalized fat phobia versus externalized fat phobia, and this faux fat phobia that makes you want to skinny and you're oppressed in this way. Shut up. Shut up, stupid.
Shampoo my crotch.
If you identify, if your identity, if you're attaching your identity to fatness, that's some pathetic shit. That's really fucking pathetic. Like, hey, everything I do and everything about me is about being fat. Wow, I can eat cookies too and not stop. But I choose not to because that's a horrible way to live.
We stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. Hey, y'all some jokers, y'all a bunch of clowns. You will not get a laugh out of me. You can talk, but you can't denounce. I live a different theology. Why I transferred to a new account? You just fucked over a prodigy. Posted up with a rented crown. You are the king of apology. You about to see a new side of me. I hope you know. We stand up and watch our enemy go. Empire fall, my legacy grows. I might just